Shalom. And all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the elect. Alright, so this is in transit, little impromptu. I'm just leaving the plantation now. I'm headed down to camp. I link up with the brothers just working. I just wanted to share a few words, man. Because, being at work, at least in the line of work that I'm in and what I'm doing currently, it puts you in a state of mind to where you say, fuck Babylon, man. And really, you should always be in that state of mind. Excuse my language, but, F Babylon, man. To hell with this place. There's nothing in this life but sorrow, misery, struggle, you know what I mean? Even for the wealthy, man. Now, of course, when you got a little money, man, you're kind of shielded, or you can, defend yourself against certain problems, but ultimately, this way of life that we have, man, it's unsatisfiable, man. It's unsatisfactory. Alright, it's subpar. When we think about, right, our ancestors, right? When you read in Jeremiah, maybe the 11th chapter, but when you read in Jeremiah and it says, "Seek ye the old paths," man. Right? Think upon the old ways. Because, and also in Romans 15:4, it says that these scriptures were written for our learning, right? They were written aforetime for us today, that we might have hope, man. And we have to look upon the old ways because times were simpler, man, in the ancient days, man. Not even really in the ancient days, man. Just prior to the modern age of socioeconomics and democracy and all these different things, man. Life was simpler when there were no all these taxes, man. You didn't have all these bills and amenities and accessories. You would think that having all these different things would make life more enjoyable, but in reality they just bring more sorrow, man. Because the way that in the structure in which it was done, it was really designed to keep people in debt, to keep people in a hamster wheel, man. All these different corporations and and the only reason why you got all these damn jobs and all these different businesses is because everybody got to work, man. Whereas prior to it, man, the ancient world, as a man, you would get your riches through a few different things, man. You can get your riches through, through being born into a wealthy family, through conquering. You can get your wealth through actual skill, man. In this day and age, it don't really take skill to acquire wealth, man. You just gotta trick the system, man, trick the game. But even then, man, it's just Esau always got a way of kicking you in your ass, man. So we should want more for ourselves, man. We should want and strive to be greater. We should strive for a greater way of living, man. And I, for one, desire, to be that of a God, man. And I would assume, you brothers too, man, and you sisters, man. I would assume that ye also strive, to be of that same stature, man. I just fucking took the wrong turn, but I would assume that you also strive to be of that number, man. You also strive to be a God, man, and rule, be perfect, man, be flawless, be without error, man. Live in a world where there is no corruption, you know? You know, that's what you ought to desire, man. To be beyond this place, man. We got all these people living in a fucking fantasy world, man. Living in a bubble. You know, being satisfied with the littlest things, man. You think you doing something because you make $100K a year, man. You ain't doing nothing, man. Then you got people who work their ass off and make what, 40K a year? You can barely live a life worth living, man. And that's the society we live in, you know? And as Israelites, right, that are in the know and that we're serving a power, you know, we should always strive to have better for ourselves, man. We should always strive to be the best version of ourselves, even in a wicked society, you know. And what I mean by that is, don't accept the little things, man. Find peace in the little things, but don't accept anything less than your spirit deserves, man. You know, we need Yahweh Shah to come, bro. We need Yahweh Shah to come deliver us, man, from this hell. We need deliverance, man. We need salvation because, hey, if we're allowed to continue to go on in this life, what's going to happen is our spirits are going to slowly decay, man. And then with that, our flesh. So we got to make sure that we always on point. We got to make sure that we always looking at the bigger picture, man. We always thinking ahead, man. Always thinking how we can be better, how we can do better, you know? First and foremost for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And when you strive to be the best version of yourself and give that full measure unto the Heavenly Father, man, everything else will follow with that, man. What did King Solomon pray for, right? King Solomon prayed for wisdom and knowledge, right? And in return, the Lord gave him what? Glory, power, riches, beyond comprehension, man. And what more us, right? What more us? Solomon said, he prayed to the Lord and said, give me neither poverty nor riches, man. Feed me with food that is convenient for me. And we should also too be in that same spirit, man. Praying to the Lord to feed us with food that's convenient for us, man. That's going to keep us abided. It's going to keep us leveled, you know. Hey, and if you can, man, I'm an advocate for working for yourself, man. However, whatever that looks like for you. The value in it is far greater than money, man. Depending on what you do, you know, if you're working a dead-end job for a fucking racist ass boss, but he paying you alright, but you're sitting at a desk all day, bored out your mind, idle. That can have negative effects on your spirit, you know? Whereas it might do you better to take a step back and do these little app-based jobs, you know? Rideshare, DoorDash, Amazon Prime, you know? Even though it might be a little more physically demanding, at least like DoorDash and Amazon Prime, because you actually have to get out the car, move packages, whereas Uber, you can just stay in the car and drive. But even Uber, something like Uber might even keep you more sane, bro. You might technically, depending on how much you make, take a pay cut, but the frame of mind is better. When I was doing Uber and Lyft on the side, it was actually a peaceful time for me. And the reason why is because I was able to pop my AirPods in and, you know, really tap into some lessons, you know, tap into some podcasts, you know, feed my mind, feed my spirit, you know, and it helped. Even though I was just sitting and driving, it really helped void of idleness, man, which will ultimately lead to doubt, demons plaguing your mind, you know, because the idle mind is the devil's playground, man. So all in all, man, like I said, we gotta want more for ourselves. We gotta desire to be the guys that we were destined to be, man. And the kingdom of heaven starts from within. So you have to pursue the kingdom of heaven first and foremost inwardly, and then when Yahweh Shai returns, your actions will show that you were worthy to inherit the kingdom, and then the kingdom will come physically. But like I said, it starts from within, as the scripture said. The kingdom of heaven is within. So we have to put on that full measure now, and we have to be in that mindset and that mentality of ruling. We have to be in that princess, king-like mentality. You know, with everything we do, from the way we carry ourselves, to the way we feed ourselves, to the way we clothe ourselves, to the way we bathe ourselves, man, to the way we groom ourselves, to the way we speak, to the activities that we do. It's time to start really fighting, man. It's time to really start fighting this world, man, and really getting on a routine and a regime and having certain habits and lifestyle changes that are going to directly reflect that of a king, man, that of a God. So what that looks like for you, man, do it. Become more intelligent, become more educated, become better, more well-spoken, become stronger mentally. Do things that make you mentally stronger. Becoming mentally stronger is by doing things that you don't want to do. Doing things that are hard for you to do mentally. Waking up early in the morning, every morning. Going to work out every morning before you go to work in the morning. Those are mentally tough things, man. For making yourself go to bed earlier, turning the TV off to go to bed earlier so that you can get sufficient enough sleep so that you can get up in the morning and you can exercise and fortify your mind before you go into work, man. Because that whole spirit of waking up and going straight to work, man, that shit is detrimental, man. Because here it is, you're giving to Esau first thing in the morning before you even get to yourself, man. Imagine waking up 2 hours before you even have to get ready to go to work, man. Let's say you gotta be to work at 9 and it takes you 20 minutes to get to work. It only takes you 30 minutes to get ready, right? Let's just say you really don't have to wake up till about 8 o'clock and you can be ready out the house by 8:45 and to work at 9. Well, instead of waking up at 7:45, wake up at 6, man. Wake up at 6:30. Give yourself an extra hour or two that you can dedicate to purifying your mind and really, you know, getting up, exercising, maybe reading a book that you like, or, you know, taking time to feed the spirit, feed the mind. Actually gather yourself before you got to go and give to Esau. Now, if you work for yourself, that's a little different. Because when you work for yourself, you are doing for yourself and giving to yourself. So that's a little different, man. But you get the point. You know, I just wanted to share those words. You know, Lord willing, you know, this could have been edifying. I could have exhorted anyone in any shape or way, man. You know, that's the whole point. That's the whole point of this thing, man. We have to hold each other, lift each other up, man, and try to keep each other accountable. All right, so Lord willing is edifying. Shalom.